entry number 1. The day we departed from Berlin, Germany was the most exciting day of my life. I didn't have many friends, and the ones I did have, well, we weren't very close. My mama thought all my friends were brats and I shouldn't hang out with them or I might become one too. We took our horses to the dock. It took us about 1 or 2 weeks. Once we were there, my mama made me sell my horse, Misty. She was beautiful and she had light gray fur that faded into white. Misty loved me and I loved her. When the man bought Misty, he said he would take good care of her and tell me how she was doing. He also said he would send me a picture of her. I was choking back tears as I walked away without Misty. We hadn't brought much, only the things that we could carry. We put the things in bags on our horses. But now was the time to carry our stuff on board. We wished that we could have a first-class room. In fact, we planned on it. Here's the story. My pop had gone over to America to make some money. Once he did, he was going to get us on first class, but the night before, someone stole all the money. Yep, all of it. But he had to get us over there and soon. We were on the run because people were trying to kill us. Why? Because of our religion, of course. Journal entry number 2. The journey over. The boat ride was not the worst. I found a new friend. Her name is Peggy O'Hanlon. When our parents met, they immediately liked each other. They liked each other so much that they decided to move to the same place in America. I thought that was amazing. That meant I could spend all my time with Peggy. I found out that we were moving to New York a day later. And later that day, I found out that my dad had been killed. I was so heartbroken. Though I had never met him, I was really looking forward to meeting him. But let's move away from the sob story. Yes, I was sad, but nothing to die about. Get it? I said nothing to die about. Right? Anyway, I found out my friend Peggy was from Ireland. I also found out that Peggy's dad died helping a friend, and that's all she would tell me. But I wasn't going to dig for more answers. I get having someone in your family die and not wanting to talk about it. I used to have a younger brother. Anyway, I was so glad to have a friend my mom liked. My trip on the boat ride was also a long trip that took us 2 weeks. It was also very crowded, hot, and sweaty. Luckily, we didn't starve. That was my trip. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm Ingrid Schaefer. Journal entry number 3. The day we arrived was almost the most wonderful day of my life. As soon as they called land ahoy, Peggy saw my face light up brighter than the sun. Mama said that she wasn't surprised because I was waiting for this moment for a long time. Me and Peggy ran up to the deck and saw the Statue of Liberty. While I was on the ship, I learned how to speak English. I learned quickly, okay? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Philip. He's a little boy that I talk to a lot. And Peggy's little brother. Philip is very kind too. But anyway, back to the day we arrived. Journal entry number 4. The first thing we did at Ellis Island was got into a long line. We waited and waited until the line finally started moving. Once the line started moving, a few men showed us to a big hall where we had to go up a flight of stairs. After the flight of stairs, we sat down on a long bench, and that's when it all begins. There were doctors everywhere, and I had lost sight of Peggy. The doctors were taking people into rooms left and right. The people didn't come out, and, well, some people didn't come out. When the doctors opened the door, I could see a hallway behind it. That must have been where all the people were going. The doctors came to us, and they said to us, "It's your turn. Come with me." Journal entry number 5. After that, we went with the doctors. My heart was pounding and I could feel my palms getting sweaty. I didn't know what was going to happen. What if my grandma was taken, or worse, Mama? But I had hope that no one would get taken. Journal entry number 6. The doctors examined us. It took us about 2 hours to get off the ship, and then 3 hours for the examination. The only 2 things that held us up was Grandma. She had to get held back because of 2 marks, X and S. I didn't really know what they meant, but my grandma was put into a line and we never heard from her again. This was heartbreaking to me because I was very close to her. My mom and I got through the test just fine until the last part. My mama got a sign on her that said PG. My mama was pregnant. She told me that the doctor said it was a little boy. I was going to name him John, but Mama wouldn't let me. Instead, she named it Bob. What a boring name. Journal entry number 7. After seeing the doctors, we left the doctor's office. We found Philip. I helped him find Peggy, and when I did, she yelled, "Oh, thank you so much for taking care of Philip." But then suddenly there was about 10 men running towards us. Were they after Philip? Yes, they were. Once the men took Philip away, I heard Peggy yell, "Philip! Peggy!" I heard Philip yell back. Peggy told me he had been complaining about his chest hurting. She also said that before they took him, he told us that he had a heart disease. Even though it had been a sad, sad day, it was time to make a new life with new friends and a new home. Journal entry number 8. Now we will head to New York. Hopefully, we will have a better life and we will be free to have whatever religion we want. Hopefully, I will learn more about Peggy and we will be friends for life.